Yo, back again. Non-expert opinion, the podcast. You already know we are your non-experts. I am your non-expert Black. And today we have a special guest in the building, Peter Parker.
Did you just say my real name when I'm in mask?
Oh shit.
This nigga. This nigga. What's up, y'all? What up? It's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man
Yo,
here.
listen,
I don't know who the fuck
if
a
they
Peter
if they see
Parker
the
is.
if they see the movie, your new movie, they know.
If they saw
If
No
they
Way
see the new
Home,
movie, they know.
if they saw No Way Home, they know don't know me.
But if they saw this one, some people got a glimpse of you, brother.
Now you
We're here
see
to
me,
talk
now you
about
don't.
Spider-Man Brand New Day. Spider-Man Brand New Day. Marvel's new movie just dropped. Such an amazing movie. Such an amazing movie. How did you feel in the movie, Spider-Man? Tell us. How
Well,
did you feel? How did you feel about your own movie?
I felt really weird because all of a sudden I'm shooting webs out my damn wrist, and excuse me, it's all been a lie. The comics tell a false story. I'm not white. I'm black, but that's for real life. But yeah, shooting webs out my wrist is crazy, bro. That felt weird as shit. I had these contractions, the web shooters and shit, and I
Yo,
seen Peter too do
not
that
gonna lie.
shit, and I thought that shit was weird. Now I'm doing
That
it,
shit squeezing. That shit squeezing out your suit. Look nasty
dog.
as fuck. Man.
Did you see me
I was
bust a
like,
load on the
oh.
roof, bro? Like that shit was
Yo,
crazy, bro.
what was going on? What was going on, man? You couldn't control the web bombs. You couldn't control the intensity of the webs. How they was. You had to like swing and like tell yourself when to swing every time. Like what was going on, bro?
More than wood, I guess.
You know what? I can
Puberty?
tell you what was going on with you, man. I can tell you what was going on with you, but they won't say it in this Earth 616. They won't say it on your Earth. You was mutated, but they gonna call you special, enhanced. Feel what I'm saying? They calling you
Are you
enhanced on
calling
yourself,
me a
but you was
mutant?
mutated,
Are you calling me a
brother.
mutant?
I'm telling you, brother, man. I'm telling you,
How
you
can I
was
be a mutant
mutated.
when I got bit by a spider, though? Non-experts, it's okay,
I don't
man. It's
know.
okay.
Ask,
It's
ask
okay. It's
Madam Web.
non-experts. Non-experts. It's
Ask
cool.
Madam Web.
It's cool. It's
Ask
cool.
Madam Web. I don't know. She knew your parents and shit. Ask Madam Web. I don't know. She knew this was gonna happen. I have no idea.
My mom's a spider.
I don't know.
My dad's a spider. Is that what you telling me?
I don't know. Listen, ask Madam Web. She knew them. Okay, you have to talk to her. I'm not that. You know what I'm trying to say, but
Whose man's is
you did.
this?
But I gotta say, man, the movie, phenomenal movie. I'm gonna just give my
I
opinion real
can't
quick.
believe that Metzger nigga was lying to me, bro. You believe that Metzger nigga lied to me?
That was shameful. Why he do that?
He ain't know
Why?
about no
You know
damn
what?
Sarah.
I got so many
Sarah,
questions for
somebody
you.
who
It's not
used
even
to
funny.
work here who just ain't here no more.
I got so
Okay.
many questions for you. It's not even funny. Like, I want to know, how did you save Frank Castle's life on Staten Island? That's a mystery right now. I feel like you and Marvel are keeping that under wraps. And if you don't want to say it right now, I understand. It's a secret. That was one but that was a cool play in the movie that we saw. You know what I'm saying? It was a cool little friendship that you and Frank Castle developed in the movie. And I like that. I like how Marvel wrote that in there. Because we used to Punisher being just mad, evil. But we see this kind of Punisher after he got the revenge for his family, after he'd been with Daredevil. You know what I'm trying to, Daredevil, you know what I'm saying? He don't know you no more, but you know Daredevil. And we just see like now he had like a lighter side to him. Tell me what you thought about that, man. What was your opinion on Frank's lighter side?
First off, I'll give you a little answer on the Staten Island thing. And my answer is gonna be,
oh, okay. Oh shit, okay.
You know how Black Widow and Hawkeye have that Budapest thing going with them, You know? I know you know.
Yeah, that
I
little
know you
secret.
know.
Yeah, of course.
You gotta let us have this one. And what was your other question?
Well, how did you feel about Frank's lighter side? Like, what was your opinion on that? Like him showing,
I saw that
him
motherfucker
crying at the
cry, bro.
window.
I saw that motherfucker cry. Can Matt
Bro,
Murdock say he saw that?
that was real. That was real. And those are real tears.
You
Too.
know,
Those real
and you
tears.
know what's even crazier? Matt Murdock. Yo, hey, editor, put the ether music in the background when I'm talking right now. So how come you supposed to be such a cool guy with Frank, but then he's like, yo, I never had a friend like this in the movie. Oh,
Oh,
what happened in that murder? Oh,
oh,
fuck him.
oh
He ain't
no,
as cool as
yo,
me. Last week, this
listen,
buster ass nigga over here to the side was asking, "Where's Spider-Man during the Daredevil show?" I'm
listen.
chilling
I
with
think it
my
was the
girl
fact that
MJ,
Frank
nigga.
was.
I'm
I think
stalking
it was
her.
the fact that Frank was probably hitting Karen a little bit, or he was hitting her off a little bit, and Daredevil ain't like. If I'm being frank, you know what
I
I'm saying?
mean,
No.
I ain't saying I know he doing it, but I ain't saying I don't know he doing it. So I don't ask him about those kind of
Listen.
things. It's not my
I
business. I'm
think it was
so
a
busy.
little
I'm too
strong.
busy stalking MJ right now and Ned. So I ain't got time for all that.
Him shooting you though, I know that shit hurt, bro. I mean, you basically died, and Jean Grey kept you alive. If we're being honest.
In the words of the great Drizzy Drake, I might look light, but I'm heavy though. Don't worry about that shit. I eat those. You see, I'm
But you
still
didn't need it.
alive.
But you did need assistance breathing though, because for a few there, you was probably not gonna make it if she ain't breathe for you, my friend.
But let me ask
That's
you
the truth.
this. Am I 6 feet under right now?
Oh nah. You good. You good. You walked out of there to the people cheering into Frank Spider Man. Oh,
No, that was Spider Man. What you mean? That was Spider Man. What are you talking about?
my bad. You're right. You're right.
That was me.
I'm my bad.
I was
I
letting the
forget who I'm
people know
talking.
I'm good.
You're right. I forget who I'm
Did you
talking
like
to.
my
My
black
bad.
jacket that day though? Like black jacket, it
I
kind of looked like this, right? It kind
I
of looked like
almost
this.
thought I was talking to an imposter, but I'm my fault. My bad.
An
This is the real Spider
imposter.
Man, y'all. My bad. I
This,
said my bad,
yo,
brother.
you know
My
what?
bad. Don't.
You know what? I'm in Waterbury, and I hear some crime going on. I think I gotta go.
Oh,
What?
I already know Waterbury crazy. So I mean, but yo, if you gotta go, brother, we ain't gonna stop you.
This,
Non-experts is not gonna stop you. Just
this.
tell if you find Sink out there, tell him to bring his ass back because he late already. I don't know what's fucking
Actually,
on
I
with him.
don't even think he should know
Tell
that
tell
I'm in
Sink
his
to
crib on his computer right now. But see you later.
you in Sink crib. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right,
You
brother. Peace
don't
out,
know
brother.
the
Peace out.
background. Anyways,
Oh shoot, it's Cinco. Late to the show, but my brother showed up.
what up,
Yo, I
guys?
ain't even
My
gonna tell you
bad.
who
My
was.
bad.
I ain't even gonna tell you who was in your crib. I'm gonna tell you who was in your crib. I ain't know he was in your crib at first. I should have known by the background, but I'm a non-expert, feel me? So my attention to details don't be all there sometimes. But
In my crib.
yeah, we gonna start this
That's what you
show.
said. Wait. In my crib.
Man, it's a long story. When you see the video run back, you gonna know, man. I can't even explain it
I
right
was
now. But
wondering
yo,
why this shit was
you're
already
right.
recording, but whatever. All right, cool.
Yeah, I ain't touch it. But uh we talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day. You know that's what we here to talk
Yes,
about
we
tonight.
are. Yes, we are.
That's and I like to start off when I see you, when it's you in the chair. I like to start off with what did you think about the movie?
Who the fuck was in my table? Anyways, Spider-Man Brand New Day, man. I thought this shit was awesome. Like from beginning to end, I'm into what was going on. There's slow moments, but I felt like they were necessary slows. Like they didn't feel like they were bad or dragging moments or anything like that. Visually, stunning. Like, I'm currently playing the Insomniac Spider-Man games, the ones that came out for PlayStation over the last couple years, and
Oh, word? That's
yeah,
fire.
so me
That's
playing
fire.
this, and I had recently seen an interview where Tom even said it was like an interview, or an article or something, where Tom says that they took a lot of inspiration from that stuff, and you can see it
You can
in the
see that?
movie. Yeah. When you start seeing the movements in the game, you're like, this is like literally what Spider-Man was doing in the movie and stuff like that. Web swinging, fighting style, stuff like that, all taken from there. The car chase,
Yeah.
I felt like I was watching
Okay.
the car chases that you do in the game and stuff like that.
Which
So
one? Which one? The one with
at the
the tank and
beginning,
everything?
yeah,
Yeah. That was a fire scene.
the way they
Yo,
were
Spider-Man
the way they
always
were
starts with a
following that
fire
around,
scene. Fire.
beautiful.
Fire. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Like
Visually.
this movie doesn't do a good job of hiding the fact that the girl is Jean Grey if you know what to look for. Like once I seen the lady like in the tank, I'm like, yeah, it's Jean Grey. Like I know we all been like,
You knew that? Oh well, you good. You good. Remember, I'm a very much a non-expert. I didn't get that at
Well, I
all
felt like
until
once
like
they started jumping bodies, I was like, that's the telepath thing. Like she's literally just taking over person from person. It's Jean. I was like, who else is good? Who else can even do this? Like,
you good, man. Because I was clueless. Not even going front. I was clueless until the conversation when that they kept showing the scene with her in the hoodie. Now let me tell you, when she first popped up in the hoodie, my first thought was, I know this ain't doing. Like I know that's not doing. Like what the fuck
in a
is
fucking
going on?
hoodie,
Like,
in a Gap
but
hoodie.
like yeah, I just but that's all that's all they've been showing them in, and with the silver man. So I was just like, but so okay, so that was my first thought. Scrap that. Then they kept talking. They kept talking like, okay, we gotta like research her, whatever, blah blah blah. Then they started talking about the psych ward. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, right before they showed her name, I'm like, Jean Grey. And then I swear, 1 second, he said Jean Elaine Grey. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I had no clue. But I knew it was gonna be something with the I should have known because as soon as I seen Rogue, yeah, you seen Rogue on the bus?
It's not Rogue. I hope that's not Rogue. I hope that's just a
That
tease
was
to
I
Rogue and
mean,
not
I
Rogue.
I when I with the silver hair
If
going
I'm
down her
from
face, like as soon as I seen it on the bus, I thought that was Rogue.
if I'm familiar and they're trying to be anything like actual X Men, like I don't think they find Rogue in New York. I think she's actually like from down south, and they find her down south. Like they had to go get her,
Okay, I mean
or she gets
that
shipped
that
up. Maybe
could
well,
be.
maybe she
I
got
know
shipped.
I know for a
Maybe
minute she
she's on
was
the bus
okay.
coming up. Maybe she's on the bus coming up. But I feel like she
I mean,
wouldn't be one of the first people getting sent to Charles Xavier's school. I feel like she wouldn't be the first.
no, she didn't. She didn't. By the time, I mean, in all the stories, well, they could be switching renditions a little bit, just adding their own twist. But in all the stories, she's usually always
You
older
know, you know,
when
I'm normally
she's on. So,
I'm just very against that being Rogue. Like the room that's been
actually,
the rumor since the trailer came out, and I have been very against that rumor. I'm like, yeah, I get it, but it's probably just a tease, and that's all I think it is.
I mean, if that wasn't her character, like who's gonna play her officially, then I think that was definitely a big team. Then you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
it's
Like,
kind of
because
like in
as soon
She-Hulk.
as I
It's kind of like in She-Hulk when they're investigating the like conspiracy theories, and they see an article about a man in a bar fight with claws.
they dropping their little clues, they dropping their little hints.
Yeah, I
You know
feel
what I
like
mean?
that's
That's what
all
they
it
do.
is. It's like a nod to
That's what they do. I
the
mean, yeah,
character
if,
coming.
if it's just a nod to it, then fuck it, I take it. You know what I'm trying to say? Because my mind, as soon as he hit the bus and it slowed down, because I'm like, why else would it slow down on that part? Like it slowed down. He hit the bus, his face dragged just enough so you could see the details and like, you know what I mean? I'm like, that's Rogue. But like I said, if it's not the character, then
I don't
just
take
just the
it too.
just the view.
I don't take it as too much because they can focus on anybody in that scene, and it wouldn't mean nothing if they just didn't look like Rogue. So, but
That's true.
it is
That's
a good
true. Yeah,
point.
you're right.
It is
You're right. You're
interesting to
right.
look
That's
at.
true.
I don't think they would have spoiled it like that. Honestly, I think that's something they more want to like actually hit us with when it comes time as like an actual reveal for like the actual X Men that they're going to use. Because
Yeah,
I definitely think we're gonna get like a younger from the start version of the X Men when we get them.
I do too. I
Like
do too.
I
I
love how they use this movie as a maturing process for Spider Man, but it's also an
mhm.
introduction for X Men.
So let's talk about that real quick. I had a conversation with someone before I jumped on here, and we was talking about the movie and everything, and they said a very interesting thing, and it's from the perspective of someone who doesn't follow like the comics, doesn't follow all the Marvel movies, but has like favorites. So Spider Man is one of their favorites,
Mm-hmm.
and like so they watch Spider Man movies. So this person said that grief and pain seems to be a common running theme in Marvel right now. Like, you know what I mean, with all the movies and everything. And we look at the Thunderbolts, we look at the end of especially beginning with Infinity War, the end of Infinity War when they lost. And then from there we just see like a bunch of losses, you know what I'm trying to say, and a little bit before that too. But anyway, their opinion was that the grief in this movie is assisting the evolution that they're going through. So Peter, for instance,
Yeah,
grieving his aunt, grieving the loss of his friends and everything. Um, it's sort of pushing him to to evolve. You know what I mean? All the emotions and everything that he's feeling inside. They describe that in the movie. Basically, they
Because
go
he
through these
started
phases.
isolating himself and not doing human
Yes,
things, the spider side
yes,
started evolving and taking over because it's like if you're not using your human side, well, here's your spider side, basically.
yes. And then with Jean Grey, it's like her grief and everything evolved. Her power is to be able to like jump 33 feet further than her sister could, and just we saw that the psychic blast how she did and everything, and just everything like what I mean. She was able to jump beyond the barriers inside the apartment of the
Of the
damage control,
DOC, the
damage
damage
control.
control building, yeah.
Yeah, control, and what I mean. So all the grief she had, all the pain she had, just kept like it filled that. It assisted her evolution, like and another point they had. I just want to say real quick and let you go. That they showed their evolution in different ways. Where like well, they handled their evolution in different ways. Where Jean lashed out and what I'm saying, became angry and everything, and like fuck the world type shit. And like you just said, Peter isolated himself
Mm-hmm.
and like kind of just try to stay focused on like sometimes what men do, honestly, what I mean, we just stay focused on what we gotta do and just
I
but
like
what do you think?
I like that his story was like you don't really have like it's gonna be hard to balance it, but you don't have to choose between being Peter and being Spider Man. Because for instance, a character like Batman, if you really look at how he carries himself, you can really look at it as if Batman is now, I mean, Bruce Wayne is now the disguise and Batman is the real person because he's chosen to just be Batman. He's chosen to take the responsibility of Batman and Bruce Wayne comes second. Where, so it's interesting for a hero like Peter Parker to make that decision and for it to equal out to benefiting him at the end of the day. Jean, I feel like Jean's scaling um, actually, not just Gene. For most heroes, for most things that deal with power and getting stronger or learning to control your power, I feel like grief is typically the motive. Something like a death or, like a government being doing wrong by the people and stuff, like pushes that person over the edge to like
Yeah,
max out their power. So, not that they're wrong, it's just pretty typical for stuff like this to use grief as their motives. Uh, but I think that's the reason why you attach to characters. It's not necessarily because you
yeah,
necessarily go through what they go through, but you like feel better seeing them overcome their grief, overcome their obstacles. Not just the bad guys that they're fighting, but they're normally dealing with stuff that's mentally exhausting at the same time, and they still figure out a way to deal with all that. So I think people just enjoy those kind of
yeah.
stories.
I enjoyed and appreciated the reveal of VMAX.
I did.
I really appreciate. No, I really
Nah,
appreciated it just being like the last thing she saw when she died and let out that psychic
it's
blast, and
only
that's
because
what
your
Gene
brain's
picked
like,
up.
is this like some weird code name for mutant or something like that? Because you're like trying to figure out what it is the whole fucking movie along with Spider Man,
And it's
and
just that.
yeah, like, and that's the only reason why I'm like, whatever, because like my brain was on it, but it wasn't horrible or nothing.
But it was cool because shout out to all the actors, right? Shout out to the leader of the damage control. I liked him as an
Tremel
actor. I
Tillman,
thought he yeah, I thought he did his thing. Thought he did his thing as an actor, like his character. One thing about his character in the show, I mean in the movie, um, even though he was lying to everyone, Peter and all of them, he was really telling the truth about not knowing what VMAX was.
yeah, no,
Like
that
he was
part
like,
was
"Yo, this
good.
is the second time I heard about
Yeah,
this
that
shit."
that part
He's
was
like, "I
good. He's
don't know
like,
what you're talking about,
what
bro."
the
He's like, "Out of all the things we're doing here, we're not doing VMAX, niggas."
VMAX ain't one of
Got me wrong.
them.
Like,
My sister in Christ, we don't do VMAX here. We don't do those.
like, yeah. He was dead ass, bro. He like, "Yo, VMAX, that's not here, son. Like, we don't touch that shit."
All right.
Like,
So Tremel Tillman, I fuck with that actor. He's in a show called Severance that I watch, and I really enjoy his job that he does there with the character. I really went into
Uh-huh.
this movie hoping that his character didn't come off as similar to me, so maybe I could see some more range out of the actor.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I got what I
Came off
wanted.
similar.
Yeah, he felt very Milchicky to me because his name is Mr. Milchick in the Severance. He felt very similar, just like not in the world of Severance, but in the world of like Marvel and Spider Man and shit. So I was just like, I'm not disliking the character, but like I don't really get to see anything interesting out of him that I haven't seen before. So
Maybe because that's my first time. I have the I don't have that
yeah, you don't have
connection with
that
the character.
exactly.
So yeah, yeah, you
So
know what I
I
mean.
didn't have
So
a problem
but
with his
he did
performance
his thing.
though, and I'm pretty sure he's
Yeah,
going to
his
be
performance.
back.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he'll be like somebody we see again.
I'm pretty sure too. I'm interested to see. So it's interesting that Peter is the creator of the
The
thing that will,
inhibitor.
yeah, the inhibitor. Yeah, so that's going. I
I
feel like that's
wouldn't
going to
say he's the
play.
creator, but he's the one who like brought it another step forward. Because think about it, the
Well,
Hulk
he
already
created
had
the
it.
universal one basically.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Hulk already
he
had
made it
it. He
universal.
took it a step
He,
further, and now the Department of Damage Control, who has been around for a while, if you recall, they've been bothering
yeah, yeah,
heroes
yeah.
for the last like 5 years and shit.
Right,
Um,
yeah.
they came after Peter in No Way Home. They were after Wonder Man. They were after Kamala. I'm trying to think what else they were into because I feel like they were doing something else that I just can't remember right now. But they just been
They
bothering
they were
niggas.
they've been all over the MCU. Sad news for Wonder Man, real quick. They canceled season 2.
That
Shit, I
and
don't know why
Blade,
they
from
did
what I
that.
understand.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but whatever. But yeah,
Well, I'll be real with you because people are up in arms about this and they want to make it a race thing. But like people were checking for Blade, but Blade has been a mess since the very beginning. Like we all know this, it's not been hidden. Like they've been saying the script's been getting rewritten and all this stuff, and Mahershala Ali is just busy. So I can totally see why that's going. And I said it when the movie happened, when Deadpool and Wolverine came through, and Wesley Snipes said, "There's only one Blade." He kind of killed all the motion for that shit, bro. Like
yeah, I kind of thought that too. I was like, yeah, honestly, I thought that at that same moment too. I was like, oh, that's them telling us that he's not playing Blade.
motherfuckers, the turnaround was, hey, we want to see Wesley Snipes do it again. That's what we want to see now. And that faded away slowly. Now, Wonder Man, what I'm going to say about Wonder Man is barely anybody was even talking about Wonder Man when it happened. We talked about it. I don't know any other people other than like the big people who cover everything Marvels talking about it. This wasn't even getting talked
Yeah,
about on my timeline, bro. So people weren't checking for it.
I like Wonder Man.
Yeah,
Wonder
we
Man.
enjoyed
Wonder
it,
Man
but
was.
realistically, the people were not talking about it. They were not giving it any reason to continue. So
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can't
be
be
like that.
mad.
Be like that.
Like
I
we
mean,
talk about the shows
shit
that
measures
continue.
off ratings and numbers and stuff. So.
Exactly. So like they want people to just put out shows just for the sake of putting out shows. Well, you gotta support this stuff. People talked about Loki when it was going
Yeah,
on. People talked about WandaVision when it was going on. Like shows that
yeah, nah,
are
you got to talk
doing
about it.
things,
Yeah,
yeah, you gotta keep it in circulation. You can't just be like, oh, I kind of enjoyed this and then never talk about Wonder Man again and think Wonder Man is gonna appear on your screen again.
I mean, hopefully we see him after Secret Wars, right? In the new world, shit.
Hopefully we catch him in one of these movies because honestly, like I don't think this is a character that makes it to the new universe when they reset everything and do the soft reboot. So I feel
That's
like they've
funny, man.
introduced a lot of characters like that are older, like not kids, because they're just setting up like a. They just want to introduce you to characters that exist in the world that they think are cool that don't get the spotlight.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
younger
it's a
ones
listen.
who you got to focus on.
At the end of the day, this is based on a comic book world, and in a comic book world, nigga, it's like a million heroes and like this fucking cool ass people and villains, cool ass villains, like you know what I mean, just doing shit. Like,
Yeah,
so I could see a lot of characters not having continuation stories, and it's okay. Like honestly, like if going back to Spider-Man Brand New Day, I from the talk of it, like how it's gonna be street level fights and blah blah blah. I know we knew Scorpion was coming in. At least I knew from the talk, but I thought we was gonna see more fights with the guy with the boomerang and Tombstone. Instead, we got like a quick montage
which I
of
was
the like
fine with.
those fights.
Which I was
Like,
fine with
yeah,
because they
you know what I'm
wanted to
trying to
flash
say?
forward what has been going. They basically just wanted to give us a recap of like what Peter's life's been like over the 4 or 5 years since No Way
Right,
Home.
yeah. And the way the movie went, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm cool with them, like, just giving that little montage. They gave Tombstones a couple words. I thought that was dope. Enough words to make an interesting little scene. Like, you
He
know what I'm saying?
also
Shout out to the
voices
actor.
Tombstone in the cartoon, if I'm not mistaken, in Your Friendly
Oh,
Neighborhood
yeah?
Spider-Man. Yeah, from what I get.
Fire. That's fire. Yeah, nah. Shout out to him. Shout out to the actor. Because I like Tombstone from Luke Cage. But what you call it? Yeah,
Isn't it? Isn't that him? Like, isn't he also
I think
in
that's
Luke
him. Yeah,
Cage?
that's
Right?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. That's
Okay.
also
Yeah, that
shout out to
was
the
the
actor.
same
Nah,
guy.
that's him.
Yeah.
Yeah. This time, for a couple years after that, you see he got the fro now and all that. The hair grew up. He got the suit now, like the Tombs like that. They did it right.
Mm-hmm.
All the characters look right, and I was okay with the little montage. Like, it would have been cool to see a little more fights, but I was completely okay how the movie went
The
with just the
hand work for
montage.
the
And but again,
DODC.
right. But again, those characters, we probably not gonna see again. You know what I mean? Like those are just cool ass characters that we know around and like
Yeah.
that.
I
But
don't
yeah,
need to see
hand
Spider-Man
working for
fighting
the
all those little dudes.
yeah, but the hand fighting, the hand working for them was pretty cool. That fight with the hand and Spider Man at the end. Because at first I'm thinking like, wow, all we gonna get is the montage with the hand. I'm like, wow, okay, that's kind of like I was kind of a little disappointed with that, like you know what I mean. But then when I seen them with the in the damage control, I said, oh nah, we gonna get a little more with
So
these
I
dudes.
like how there's really like a villain void in this movie, but it works because like the DODC is the villains, but they're just like a group of people like doing experiments on people. Like they don't even really do nothing evil in the movie other than like get Spider-Man to help them kidnap Jean. But they're
They do
definitely the bad
government shit.
guys. They're definitely the bad guys because they're the reason why all this is going on. But if you think about it, all the fights Peter gets into throughout the movie, they're technically with Jean because everybody he fights is controlled by Jean when he fights them.
Except
So
for that first time he fought Scorpion. Like that was the only one.
when they show him getting beat up in the montage,
I think so. When
because
Peter's
when he flips the cop car, Scorpion was controlled
that
by
was
Jean.
Gene.
Yeah, that was
That
Jean.
was that was Gene. But before that, when he sent him to jail, and then Gene broke him out.
Oh yeah.
That fight when before he sent him to jail, that was the only time he didn't fight Gene.
So
But
let's talk
other
about
than
Jean's
that, you're right
powers real
though.
quick. Let's talk about her powers real quick. So when she started, so let's start off with salute to the guy who, the black guy who she takes over when Peter is like
Yo,
testing the new shit.
nah, I was gonna say that too.
There's
Yeah,
like two
yo,
or three of them. There's like two or three
he
of
did a
them that
fucking
sound
great
like.
job.
So there's like two or three of them, and how I have been explaining it is, they sound like the director went to them and said, "Hey, don't play Jean Grey. Play Sadie Sink playing Jean Grey."
That's
Because
fine.
they
Yeah.
were coming out the lines, and I'm like, this sounds like how Sadie Sink would have said it if she was standing right there. There were like two or three of them that
That's
I
fine.
caught throughout the movie that I was like, this is eerily close. So salute to those actors, but the one that stood out the most is him because
Yeah, nah, shout out
he
to
got the most lines out of any of the people he took over. I feel like so.
yeah, because she killed that guy who was like at the hot dog stand like instantly.
Yeah,
He got hit by the
but
cab. He was done.
to go back to her powers, when he got MJ, I'm trying to figure out when she got to MJ herself. Because think about it, he stopped her in the helicopter. Now I'm assuming she has to start
Mm-hmm.
from square one again and start jumping, but he's got a head start now. So when did
So
she get Jean Grey? I mean MJ, because he even brings her to a high area to avoid her being in range of them.
so um going back to that conversation I had with the person before this, I brought that up too. Now I'm just gonna say what they said. Um, I don't know if it was explained or not, right? If the 33 feet relates to her jumping back to herself. So
But where would
this
she
person
jump to
said
from all the way up there?
she would already be near Mary, what's her name? MJ. she was probably already like near her, like downstairs or something like that. Like
But if
she probably
Spider-Man,
already knew
that doesn't make sense to me
she knew the
because
information
Spider-Man,
about her.
but Spider-Man spaced out his he spaced this all out. He was like 33 meters. I'm pretty sure he would be like she has to at least be 33 meters away from where MJ lives also in doing this, which he's probably farther away than 33 meters. He just did
But
33
but
meters in
that's what I'm
that
saying.
situation to prevent her from jumping to the next person. So she's basically stuck there unless
So
she goes
so
back
all
to
right. So
herself.
I get what you're saying. So basically, if this is the plane, right? If she was in a plane
Somebody had
and
in a bubble, like a 33-meter
yeah,
radius.
yeah, she was deep. Yeah, nah, she was far. But if that 33 feet jumping doesn't apply to her jumping back into herself, meaning she could jump back into herself from wherever she is, like moving around that. Because remember, she be moving around while she's controlling them. So she be doing her own thing. So wherever she is, if that 33 feet doesn't apply, she could just jump right back to herself. She knew all the information about his friends and everything. So just that she could have literally been outside her door and jump right back into herself, and then knowing that she's beyond the door, she could have just jumped right into her.
But bro, this is like literally after we just seen her in Peter's house.
Well, MJ.
No, Gene. Remember he taps into his computer when the black guy is talking to him, and he's like, "Oh shit, she's in my fucking house."
Maybe okay.
Cause remember she was
Okay.
like,
Well, you know
your
what?
apartment is
I was
very
relating it
cliche."
to the
Like it's
part where I was relating it to the part where she was driving, and then when they caught it, so I was figuring that she drove, but maybe I'm just I only seen it once,
so I
so
will
it
give her
makes
this. I will give her this. She can be active while controlling other people too.
that shit fire. Yeah,
That she
that
can
is
walk
fire. Yeah,
around and do whatever she does while controlling people. Like, so maybe she was traveling, but like, still, bro, like he's got a whole head start on you now. If you
yeah.
got
I
to go
mean
back to her,
that's a mystery though.
she has to
I
jump
had
person to
actually
person
said
while Peter's already halfway there.
I had actually said that um maybe she for a second jumped into Peter, and when he swung, she just kept jumping into somebody else. Remember, she could jump into him, she just couldn't stay. He could repel her. So I was thinking that maybe she jumped into him real quick as he was swinging, and she just kept jumping. But I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know about that, but
I don't know. That is one of the
so
mysteries of the movie.
while we're talking about her powers, let's talk about other powers in the Marvel Universe. Because I got a question that I want to get to before it gets later in the video. Are people remembering Peter? Did the Hulk, MJ, and Ned start remembering Peter, and what could be the reasons why? Because I have some theories, and I don't mind going first, but like, what do you think?
I think okay, so I don't know how Ned spelled. I don't know how that spell broke with Ned. It was the
So
power of fucking
so
friendship.
you're like in an absolute like the spell is broken.
I think yes. I think with his reaction to I think as they was doing that, and then at the end when he looked at him, he said Peter. I think that was his acknowledgement of whoa shit, this is my friend.
I think it's a
Um,
mixed bag
the
right
Hulk,
there.
the Hulk, I am 50-50. I'm not sure what happened there. It looks like, for instance, it looks like two things. It looks like the Hulk just had a heart, like because we know the Hulk has a heart and a conscience. He's not just crazy, like he does have that. So it looked like when he just realized what he was doing, that he didn't want to do that, and like he
Mm-hmm.
was hurting somebody. And then it also looks like that he heard what he said, like I'm Peter. And then they zoomed in on his eyes a little bit through the
To
mask. You
let
would
you
see
see
his
that he
eyes
like
like
kind
really
of had a
looking at
realization.
right, yeah. So like it looked like he knew who it was because then he just sort of like looked at him and he just dropped. He let himself drop. So um MJ, I think Jean Grey um her memory.
That's one of the
Um
variables in my theory in the theories that I have about this.
yeah, I think Jean Grey unlocked her memory because she was caught in the psychic blast, but she was the only one crying. And she was
And
tearing
she's
hard. And
tough. Yeah, she's tough. Yeah, she's a
her
tough one.
shit was flowing. Like she was flowing as if all that shit came back. And then at the end of the movie, we see
She
her
was crying
holding
again.
the, you know,
The Black
she was
Dahlia.
crying again. So, you know, I think Jean did that for her, and those are my theories for the other two. I don't know about that, honestly. I think the power of friendship just kicked in, and fucking, you know, I don't know.
So I think Ned is a mixed bag where they left that very open for just so they can decide what they want to do later. Because I think it can go two ways. I can think, muscle memory kicks in at some point. He
Yeah,
started
yeah,
doing
true,
something. He
true.
started going with something. When Peter started doing the thing, his body just knew to go with that, and that's why he was confused for a second. He like, did I really just do a whole dap that I don't know? Like,
Oh yeah,
but one, he's He's supposed to be magic. Remember that he's supposed to be a little magic.
that's true. Yep.
Maybe it did spark something that kind of like started cracking the spell. Because I look at it like this: it may be cracking. It might not be fully broken, but it can be cracking. And I think part
Mm,
of it is because in No Way Home, remember when the spell didn't work at first because he was indecisive about it?
yeah.
And then it had to work because he had to be like absolutely sure about it at
Yep.
the
Yep.
end.
Yep.
I think because he's now leaning more toward the side. Because remember, that's part of the humanity that he was losing is that he decided to separate himself.
And now that he's
So
getting that humanity back,
it's almost like making the decision to go back on wanting that. So now he wants the other thing. It's slowly deteriorating the more that he goes after these connections
mm,
and reminds them and stuff like that. So I think that's part of it. So muscle memory, boom, boom, bow. A little bit of magic, there you go. Uh, or realistically, I'm gonna go with the Jean Grey theory also. And I have a bunch to say about this one because I look at it from other things that have happened so far. We just mentioned Doctor Strange and the spell and how that worked and all these people who got affected by it. Maybe even the Hulk, the green guy, not the Banner dude. But look at what happened in WandaVision with the Hex. When I forget her name, Monica Rambeau's daughter, when she walks through the Hex, what
yeah,
happens?
like she changes and all that.
Yes. So I think these things are capable of like messing with other magic spells, like other powers, tampering with your mind like
Oh,
that,
like
or
Jean Grey
tapping
kind of
into
like
your
made this shit.
kind of like
Mm,
like without knowing, it's like a counter to whatever happened. So
oh, what if everybody in her psychic blast memory was unlocked? Not only Ned's and like,
I wouldn't go that far because I think she well maybe in that blast maybe, but I'm not fully sold on the whole Jean Grey definitely unlocked everybody with that. Because I think if
mm,
Ned and MJ were unlocked, she did that after as like a thank you to Peter. Um,
maybe, okay,
like
okay.
yeah,
That could happen.
maybe that force did start bothering the spell because MJ was crying and all that stuff. But I also look at it like this: this is like the birth of X-Men. I'm looking at it like
Yeah,
Kamala, she's an X-Men. She had a dormant gene, and that's the story. Dormant genes just started awakening, right? And what did happen
yeah.
with Monica Rambeau's daughter? She walked through the hex, and I'm looking at it like a dormant gene awoke more than just the hex caused the power up. Because Wanda's power up is also from a traumatic situation happening that caused her powers to spark.
Like yeah, because in that other at the end of her show, the witch said it. Agatha said it that how did you stop the bomb? She was like, it wasn't. It didn't just go off. It was more so like you've been stopped it. That was you
And
using
back
your
then,
power.
when they introduced Wanda and Pietro, they had a different word that they were using in place of mutants at the time. So basically,
Right? Wasn't it like
essentially,
enhanced?
something like that. But so essentially, they were referred to as mutants just without using the word. So it's like they've always existed. It's just all these dormant gene people are out there because all the heroes we deal with at the beginning are either created in some accident or something, or are a godlike character. So
Right.
for there's only few like Wanda, Pietro that are people born with powers that just awoke at some point. So
Yeah.
I think
They
this
were
is what's
definitely calling
happening.
them enhanced. They started calling them enhanced in Ultron.
So I think with things like
Yeah.
the Doctor Strange spell, the Wanda thing, the gene thing happening, people's dormant genes are awakening. And now the world is going to start getting filled with mutant people whose powers are just popping up out of nowhere at different ages, at different control levels and stuff, because they have to create this world where more mutants exist. Like
Yeah, yeah.
we already have the struggle with vigilantes and humans, where they show in multiple scenarios that superpowered people are looked at the 50-50 thing. Some people are full of support for them, and then others are not. The vigilantes are the
Yeah.
same thing. Some people are full of support for them, others are not. The X-Men are going to be no different, and that's how the X-Men always are.
That's how they. Yeah, yep.
And
That's the whole story around them.
Jean's story, I like that they handled it the way they do, because instead of having to go tell a backstory about how the X-Men got put together during the X-Men stories, we got that already, because that's what they always do, is they go back and tell you how some of the X-Men were misusing or abusing their power because they either couldn't control it or they were being neglected or mistreated, and they acted out. And Charles came in, hey, I can help you. So we've already got that background for a character already, where we don't even need to do that in another movie now. So they
I
basically
think.
laid out
I
all
actually
the
think.
X-Men stuff.
I actually think Jean Grey is at the end of the movie is on her way upstate to Charles. I think like we may get a
How
reveal where like he felt the psychic blast and he did that whole thing where like, listen, you could come up here and be safe type shit. Like I don't know, that's just my thinking.
I
Like
feel
and I
like
think
the
she was
first
gonna.
X-Men movie should be like a perspective movie from like 3 or 4 of the young X-Men, and them being somewhere else. Because I think Jean's traveling in that area, but not to Charles. It's himself, and something's
Yeah,
gonna happen, and he's gonna come in and like, I can help you. And
yeah, yeah,
it should
yeah.
be like a story where it's showing him and 4 young X Men dealing with the shit they got to deal with, and then coming together at the end and saving the world and stuff like that. And that should be the X-Men film. That should be the first one.
Well, they're gonna change it up because the beast that they already introduced is grown, and the beast that they usually have in the X Men, the beginning of the X Men, is young. I like how they are pulling them together from different universes. Like we mentioned Monica Rambeau. She's in the now in the universe. I don't know the number, but she's with
Oh yeah, the one where she's
forgot.
binary, right?
Yeah, she's with Binary and Beast, and like other people too. So I like that. And then we have
If
now
I'm
in
not mistaken,
616
she's not even
mutants.
Monica Rambeau in that timeline. Like, she's a whole other person that just looks like
She's the only
Monica
person in
Rambeau.
that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And it wasn't even Monica Rambeau. It was her mom actually. Her mom that was Binary.
that is Monica, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it?
I thought Monica was the one
Monica
like
is Miss Marvel's friend, isn't it? I thought Monica was her friend.
who's the mom? What's the mom name? What's the girl name? What's the daughter name?
It beats me. I can't remember any of their names. I just know
But
Monica Rambeau.
yeah, I like how they're pulling them from different universes. Like we're gonna see them from different universes, and I think that's gonna be interesting perspective because if they do keep, some of the characters they introduced, then again they're coming from all different. Like damn, Gambit is coming from the fucking TVA. Like you
So,
know what I'm saying? Gambit is coming from like you know what I'm saying. So it's like everybody's coming from different places.
let's go back to what I was saying real quick. Not that you cut me off or anything like that, because we kind of segued here. But I do kind of think all those things come into play when it comes to breaking that spell. And that it's more, I'm more in the boat that is slowly deteriorating and not fully broken. And you might have seen like huge cracks in like Ned and MJ. I think MJ does remember, because she got really emotional even after the whole "I don't love you" thing, this and the third. So I think
Yeah,
she's like
why
kind of
she's
fully
rubbing on the
broken,
Black Dahlia all of a sudden?
or she's really, well. She was rubbing on it at the end of No Way Home too. Like, they obviously pointed it out that there's gaps in their memory, that they know there is a gap that they just don't remember. Like,
Yeah,
so
true, true, true.
we'll see if they fully are out of it, and if they ever are fully out of it, because I think that would be a nice ending for Peter at the end of his trilogy, for everybody to remember him, and him to, like, he's probably gonna make some grand sacrifice in the third movie, and people are gonna remember him right in
Right.
time to give him his flowers before he dies or some shit, or retires.
Do you want to see Ned turn into the Hobgoblin? I do.
I think they kind of teased it with the Sharkfire addiction thing.
Right. Yep. Yep. Yep.
I
Yep.
felt
I
like they
was.
were
That's
teasing
that
it.
was.
I
Yeah.
was like, he's got all the
Right.
characteristics at that point. He's
Yeah.
obsessive, he's got an addiction, and he's stalking
Yep.
Spider Man. Like, what?
Yep. 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 And
um,
now it's like he finds his friend back. He knows his, and and also here's something that I got from online. No Way Home. Hobgoblin is inspired by the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
The Green Goblin left his mask in the world before leaving. Feel like that's important because if they do introduce that, there's going to be
He
some
can have the
connection there.
mask and
Maybe he
modify
stumbles
it.
on it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he stumbles upon it. Maybe it starts talking to him. Or, and we do know the Hobgoblin, there's one version of the Hobgoblin, I don't know if you know, that uses magic, and it's only Ned's version of the Hobgoblin. Other ones,
Yeah.
there's many versions of the Hobgoblin, many names. Only Ned uses magic. So I'm just saying, I would like to see that. I would like to see it. But damn, Peter killing Ned, that's gonna be crazy in the
maybe
theater.
he
That's gonna
doesn't
break
kill
my
him.
heart.
Maybe he doesn't kill him.
That will break my heart in the theaters, man. That would be fucking crying.
Yeah, I think Peter's got like an interesting road to take, man. Because with the way they handled this, I'm very optimistic for the next two movies whenever they come. Because he has said he's ready to close the door on this chapter of his life. Like the guy's been Spider-Man for like 12 years at this point. He's been in like 10 movies. Like he's way surpassed the. Like he was always the better. Like I feel like he's the best Spider-Man, honestly. Like it's not to say that the other guys are like so far below him. Not to say like they're so far below him, but like this guy is like kind of the complete package, honestly.
I mean, at this point, bro, like come on.
Yeah. And I think they low key are. They've said he's trying to figure out how to settle because he's like very much involved in like the creative behind the movies, and they want to figure out a way for him to get out. Like, and I think in the movie they low key were trying to lay the seeds for Miles Morales in case they need to get him out of there because I can't see them. Like if they reboot and how they're doing the X-Men, I can't see them rebooting Spider-Man along with that. One, they don't even get those movies done in time to like reboot the universe with a new Spider-Man. So it would have to be him moving on and passing the mantle to somebody else who's not Peter Parker. I would assume.
Yeah, I think the whole evolving from a baby spider to the grown-up spider thing was part of it too. Remember they showed that video?
I think he's supposed to become the Toby for some new kid coming up.
That's what exactly, and that's what I was saying about him going from. And he said it like he even mentioned it right before he broke into the DOD. He was like, "I got to stretch. I'm not out of high school no more." Like you know what I'm saying?
God, that shit was so funny. Bust right into the yoga pose.
Yeah, it was like this. But everything alludes to him, like the whole movie alludes to him like growing up, like maturing, evolving, mutating. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I agree when you say that yes, he's gonna become that Tobey Maguire, and the mantle is not gonna get passed on to another another Spider-Man, but not another Peter Parker, just Miles Morales.
I feel like part of what is going on with him is the fact that he comes in contact with these other Spider-Men in that last movie, because you can kind of see, if you really pay attention, you can see where they rub off on him.
Right.
Like, I kind of feel like that was triggered by meeting Tobey Maguire, the whole organic webbing and stuff like that.
I'm about to say, yeah.
He probably came in contact with another higher species Spider-Man, and his body was like, yo, can we get to that level? And once he started, like, isolating and the spider gene started taking over, like, yes, we can. I like that. I like that his body, because I look at it like this. His body was rejecting the technology.
Yeah, he couldn't even shoot the. He couldn't shoot the.
He shot the web shooters. He shot the real ones, and then they started shaking. And then, like 10 seconds later, the real ones came out. Like, nigga, you don't need that no more. We can do this. Like,
yeah, that's kind of crazy because, when he gets the Venom suit, the webs become so much stronger. So I just imagine like they already crazy strong now. Imagine when he gets the Venom suit and they're coming out like that.
To double up on what I said. If you look at the hand fight at the end when he finally gives in, it's him accepting that, like, because they broke his web shooters, that he doesn't need this stuff to be Spider-Man. He just needs to be Spider-Man. Right. Exactly. And it's kind of crazy that they use him getting over technology and dealing with Jean Grey as the two things to, like, put him in that boat that I am Spider-Man, but I am Peter Parker. Because he was dealing with technology because he was so used to Tony Stark. And then his body basically evolved, and he was trying. I was kind of mad that he didn't try to control it at first.
I mean, I saw the rejection already happening because he didn't know what
Yeah,
the fuck was
but the
going on. He
scorpion
couldn't
thing
shoot the web.
happened. The scorpion thing happened, and I get it. He was like very shook after that because he's Spider Man.
Yeah,
But like he didn't even go out and be like, well, I'm gonna train a little and see if I can get it under control, and like let's see what happens. He instantly resorted to technology and trying to suppress it instead of trying to embrace
yeah,
it. He didn't even try. So that kind of disappointed me, but it was part of the whole lesson he had to learn is that like embrace yourself. It's okay to be Peter Parker. It's okay to be Spider-Man. It's okay to be two people at once in this world that you live in.
yeah.
So
That's what they said. They said, you probably person who doctor did Dr. Banner say that or maybe somebody else, but they was like you probably suppressing the side that's supposed to be expressed.
might have been
You know what I'm
MJ.
saying?
Oh no, might have been
I'm shit like
the cop
yeah, I think it was
lady.
MJ. Yeah, it was MJ.
Might have been the cop
No,
lady
it was MJ.
also.
It was MJ. You right.
Um The
It was
cop
like yeah,
lady, I feel like
you got it.
was a nod at Miles also, because I feel like she's probably somebody connected to Miles' father.
Ooh, saw some strange thing that said. I think they was relating it to like when the moms in Marvel be having like two kids.
Don't be
It's always relate to
surprised.
like them dying or something.
Don't be surprised if that lady is like a coworker of Miles's father, but also the sister to his mother.
Nah,
Don't be
that'd be
surprised.
funny.
And like everybody's like, oh, is that little kid with the curly hair Miles? And it's like, nah, but it's Miles' cousin, no. Like,
Hey, yeah. Listen, they tried to drop something like that in Madam Web. Not mentioning her again, but you know what I'm saying? Like not like exactly
oh, with the Peter
Peter,
Parker
but
thing, yeah, no, with the
yeah,
birth of
you know,
Peter
kind of say
happening.
I can see that. I can see that happening. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. But Jean Powers.
Oh,
Do you think
I did want
that
to say
she's
something
going
to
to
your X
become
Men
that?
point though. You brought up the X
Well,
Men
so
and bringing in the old guys. I think the old guys are going to do the same thing for the new X Men that Toby and Andrew did for Tom. I think they're gonna come in there and they're gonna be cool for the movies because this is gonna be like a send off for them because we're probably not gonna see most of them again. Maybe like maybe Hugh Jackman if they're gonna keep that joke running. But I think they're
yeah,
gonna come in and they're gonna show these guys like we're the X Men. This is how we handle ourselves, and they're gonna have
right.
something to look up to and strive toward. So, and that's how they'll mature as their young selves.
I don't see one X-Men I don't see really playing a big role in these movies is Cyclops. I don't think for some reason I feel like
What?
yeah
He's
I feel like I feel
no. He's gonna have to be involved, bro.
I
Like,
know he's always like I know he's always the main X-Men. I know that. I know he's gonna play some role, but I feel like I'm talking and I'm referring I should have said I'm referring to the Cyclops that who's already an older man, like this version. I feel like they're gonna like give like some young version of him soon. But the one that we have now, like that's older and stuff like that, or we're gonna see in the movie, something like that, I feel like he's gonna get clipped off.
did you know that's the guy who plays homie in Sonic the Hedgehog?
He plays what? Oh yeah,
That's Cyclops, James
um,
Marsden.
that's the yeah. That's the yeah. Yes, I did know that. Yeah.
Yeah. So but like that's what I'm saying is I feel like you're gonna see those younger versions because like we have time for them to like sneak in other introductions in places, or even if they want to use Secret Wars, or even if it's just Jean Grey. She's gonna see a future version of herself with the X-Men, and she's gonna be like, okay, cool, while I'm helping recruit, and this is what I'm striving for. This is what the team I'm trying to build. She's gonna meet people like young Logan and young Scott Summers, and she's gonna be like, these are the niggas I need
Well,
to be
Logan is
recruiting.
technically never really young. He's always
I
like
know that part he's gonna have to be older. Like, what I found
yeah,
weird is apparently they're like they voiced opinion or it's a fan casting, but home chick from Sinners, the one that homeboy was eating up even though she was all sweaty,
yeah.
Storm. But I'm like
She's
Sadi
what?
potential Storm,
Oh, okay. That's
and
interesting.
but I'm looking at it like this. What is the age range we really want these X-Men to be in? Because Jean's young.
Right. I mean,
So
by the time they introduce Storm, maybe we don't know how this timeline is gonna go
but
because
I feel like Sadie Sink, and I think Jamie Lawson is her name, are like got an age gap. That how do you like
It's like
make
a big
that
age
work?
gap.
Where would like Storm be like way older than them? Like she's like an adult when they're like teens, maybe.
Sometimes in some rendition she is, but you already know, like, they be having the oldest niggas play the youngest people, bro.
Yeah, it could work, but like that's why I'm asking that
I mean,
because it's like
it'll be,
most of
yeah.
them
I
are
know
gonna
what you
be real.
mean, yeah.
Most of them are probably gonna be teens and stuff
It's
like
going to
that.
be young. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
So and she might not give off the teen vibe also. So even if they
yeah,
do want to paint
yeah.
her as young,
Especially if we got people like Wanda's son, like really playing. If he's going to continue playing Billy and all that, like, yeah,
they got a
like
limited time, right? You got limited time to do this type of shit.
yeah,
But
man, like he got, yeah,
and you know what makes me think that is because like in Age of Apocalypse, when they're like doing all the stuff, having the X-Men and all that stuff, they're young. They're younger X-Men in that group. Storm is also a kid, like who's off wherever she
he is a
was.
kid.
Yeah, so like I look at it like, should she be the same age as the rest of the group?
Bringing them. Like, yo, it's going to be a toss up. I really feel I'm excited to see what the writers are going to come up with, because again, my interest in the X Men in this is how they are bringing them from different universes in different places. I stated that, so I just really want to see how they're going to connect. Uh, I agree with you that we're going to get younger X Men. So I want to see in what universes and all that stuff do they come from. Are they already in the universes where some of them are old? Like, you know what I mean? How is this
Nah,
going to mix up?
I
Like,
think it's
so
all
it's
gonna be
still
from our
TBD.
universe, but and maybe like if there's like some other random universe, but like none of them are gonna come from the X-Men universe. I feel like we're not gonna get young Logan from the same universe Logan's in.
Right.
So I think they would all come from our universe or the like the Fantastic Four universe or something. Um, I,
Which I
I,
think is already like
Another
crashing into
one.
616s.
I don't even know if I want to consider the one that Photon got left on the same universe as the Fox universe. It's like alluded to, but like,
Yeah, that's the name. Photon. There you go. Photon. Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
like I would be very interested to see how they spin that into being the regular like Fox universe.
I think that's, in my opinion,
It feels like a
I think
modified
that
universe. That's what it feels like when
I
I
feel
saw
like if
that.
it's, yeah, that's like the closest one to the Fox universe, that if it's not the Fox universe, you know what I mean? And I say
I feel
that
like the
just looking
regular
over
Fox
reviews.
universe is just too messy. There's two timelines technically in the Fox universe.
There is, yeah, there is, because they went back in the past and they did all that. They split.
Mm-hmm.
They did that shit. Yeah, you're right. There definitely is. Pertaining to Jean Grey, do you think she's gonna become
Yes.
do you think we're gonna become the you said yes?
The Phoenix, yes, at some point.
At some point we're gonna see
It's
that. That's
too
gonna be interesting.
vital. It's too fucking vital to the story, bro.
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting that they didn't even allude to that in Psychic Blast, now, because usually when she has like an episode, there's some type of fire in her eyes, hair,
Well,
something
she's so
somewhere.
fresh. She's so fresh in the game, man. That's all it is. I think that's all it is. Like she's nowhere near that point where the
She did
Phoenix
like an
is.
Alakazam
The
blast.
Phoenix probably doesn't even hasn't even inhabited her yet, bro. Like I'm pretty damn sure about that. I'm 3,000% sure the Phoenix has not even sniffed her yet. Because even in the other X Men movies, remember they're off doing a mission when the Phoenix takes over her.
Yeah, it comes from space and stuff
Yeah,
like
so
that.
it's gonna
Yeah,
happen
that's true.
later on.
Sometimes they say she's like born with some type of essence of it, but yeah, most of the times she gets hit with it on some space shit like
Like in my
Fantastic.
mind, doing a whole X Men series and Jean Grey has nothing to do with the Phoenix throughout that series, then Jean Grey is like not doing much.
Nah, yeah, she's like just lifting rocks and shit, lifting
Yeah, she's there to be
objects.
Scott's girlfriend and the girl that Wolverine like oddly flirts with, even though it's Scott's girlfriend.
I thought it was cool that they gave us the Aunt May scene right after she found out
She
he
saves the
was
day
Spider Man.
again. She saves the fucking day
I thought,
again.
yeah,
Aunt
I thought
fucking
like
May,
just
even from the grave.
seeing that connection, the scene right after she found out he was Spider Man. Like, I felt that, and I went online to find that out. That was that scene. I didn't know that was the scene right after, but I went online and read that. Like, that was they connected that. And I thought that was a dope callback to that, to their relationship and
Bro,
everything. Him bringing the flowers, the whole movie was dope.
that
You
was
know,
an excellent scene. To have an Aunt May speech to Peter be exactly what Jean needed to hear.
You know, and then to
Excellent.
have
And
Peter
then
like
Peter
step
come
in
in
and
and be
talk.
like, "Dirty
Yeah.
Mackin, you got me though." Peter was dirty Mackin throughout this whole movie. When
Okay,
they,
yeah.
when they were at
I
Frank's
was
house and he was like trying to fix the inhibitor, and they were just talking, I'm like, this nigga dirty Mackin, bro. He like, your boyfriend sounds like a real jerk. And then
I
whatever
like
she said
how
about him, he said about himself. He's like, I guess I'm just too whatever. I'm like, this nigga dirty
yeah, nah,
Mackin.
he definitely was. He was trying to slide in there. He was I'm trying to slide where I can, brother. Get in my fitting.
You like what you see over here?
But I like how they gave him the awkward, not the awkward girl, but I should say this the random girl that lives next to him. They always
Hey,
give
we live
Peter
on the same
the
floor.
yeah, they always give Peter the same like not the same girl, but a random girl. And I like how they filled that little hole.
You
That was
say
just cool to
that,
see.
and now I'm sitting here thinking, but is that the girl who like he runs into on the elevator? It's like, is that my shirt?
Shit, it was that her?
Maybe,
Oh, that's
maybe.
cool. That's
Now he's a
interesting if that
weirdo.
is.
Now he's a weirdo to her because
Yeah, I'm about to say that's interesting that it was.
caught him in the juicy couture of his sweats.
Yo, that shit was funny. She said, "That my shirt?" Like, no.
And then ran off in her pants too, bro. So Spider Man.
His AI is pretty cool. I thought his AI was dope. I didn't
But see that
I didn't
that's
expect him
part
to
of
have an
that's
AI of
part of
his
the
own.
thing though. It's like it's cool that he's got tech, but this movie was about moving on from being Tony Stark Jr.
But keep the AI though. Keep the
Yeah,
AI.
like you
That
can
shit.
keep it. Don't depend on it though. Like it's not all you need. You can do
Yeah.
this without all this. Um, I I like that Peter and MJ are essentially just a cooler version of Matt and Karen for the Punisher.
Yeah. 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 Really. Honestly, yeah. Much cooler for him.
Yeah,
Much lighter. You know what I'm saying?
he
Like, I
obviously
mean,
likes them more.
yeah, we get the comparison between them. You know that they're all dark and shit like that. Peter more hopeful type of movie, but also we show that in Frank's character too. When he's with Daredevil, that nigga's like, oh, I'm killing everything.
I wonder what happened
He's
on
with
Staten
Spider-Man,
Island,
he's like,
yo. Honestly.
yeah, you found that things with Peter, he's like, I'm gonna kill everything. But you cool though. You
Bullshit.
cool.
You stay over there with that bullshit. That nigga Peter said, "Are you
Yo,
just
when he
trying to get
kicked
out
him
of
out his
fighting the
car,
Hulk? Are you getting out of trying to fight the
oh,
Hulk?" And
that
he
shit was
like,
funny. He
"No."
said, "You're out of your pay grade, God."
When he said, "Yo, I was over there staying and minding my business," she told me I had to come protect you, and he like, "Are you for real?" She said that. Are you blushing, Daffodil? Like, yo, John
Behind
Barenthal
the mask
delivers
and
those
all that
lines. He
shit.
delivers all the Punisher lines so fucking well, bro. Like,
Nah, he
so good.
definitely do.
Like,
He
how are
do.
you a goofy Punisher and you're nailing it, bro? Like, so
Yeah,
one thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Here's another thing
Perfect,
I'm gonna point
perfect,
out. So
perfect
that
side character.
so that scene when he's fighting the Hulk and Punisher shows up. Remember how the Hulk did the stomp toward them and the floor was falling apart and then Punisher like falls in a hole in the floor?
Yeah.
Do me a favor, because Peter pulls him out, right? Pulls him up, pulls him under, gets him to safety. So if he destroyed the floor, why when they show the scene when he's sliding with Punisher under the Hulk, the floor is fine?
Was it the same floor?
Yeah.
They didn't go to no other part of the hallway.
Not that I know of.
Another part of the office? I don't know. I can't. I mean, that's a good ass question, honestly. I'm gonna have to watch it again and like see that. But you're right though, because he definitely did that. Fell
And
onto
you
the
would think the
floor.
whole the
He
whole
pulled
floor
him
was
up.
jumping up and all this shit, and the floor is totally intact, no holes in the floor when he was sliding underneath. I've watched it 3 times. That's the only
Yeah,
reason why I noticed it, because I definitely didn't notice it the first time. But
yeah. I'm about to say I don't know that. I ain't noticed it, but that's the Hulk. Let's talk about the Hulk, man. Um, Such a fucking beautiful rendition of the Hulk, man. I love the Hulk so
especially when he got
much,
really big, and Peter was like, "I didn't even know you could
bro.
get that big."
That shit was crazy. It was literally like this. This is Spider Man, the red one, and this is the Hulk right here, bro.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's
Like
perfect. It's
this.
literally that. He just sitting there like,
Like yo, that shit was
"Oh
crazy.
my
Yeah,
god."
That's it. And I appreciate them giving us Savage Hulk again because I was tired. I like Smart Hulk, of course, but I was kind of tired because I feel like the Hulk. I do want to see the Hulk smash. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see the Hulk do math.
It
You know
was
what I
a
mean?
good way
It's
to sneak that in there without like fully turning him back into like some guy who can't control the Hulk or anything like that. It was Jean Grey's fault.
yes, yeah,
And you just got to get another inhibitor up there. That's all.
yeah, basically. Now, what's interesting is that they said on the news thing when they was carrying him in the ambulance, like he been suppressing that for like 10 years. So I'm trying to like in the timeline, I'm trying to like go
Well, you
back. I'm
got to
like,
think
okay,
about it.
4 years
Technically,
ago,
since we've really seen him, it's been a long time.
I'm like, dang, was all the movies Wakanda 2, Wakanda, all that? That was 10 years
Whoa,
in the make,
whoa,
all
whoa!
that
You got to
time.
do the math because I did it after because I was like, it's interesting. We got a time jump because you got to think, No Way Home and all this stuff takes place in like 2025. So we get at least like a year between that and Brand New Day, and then they do like a 4 year time jump after that in the movie. So you got to look
Yeah,
at it like we're like
yeah.
in 2030 at the present day of Brand New Day, where most of that movie takes place. So it has been some time. 10 years? I don't know if it's been 10 years, but it's been time.
I mean, if he, I just wonder. I thought the Smart Hawk was like what he was rocking with, from time to time. Besides being Banner, but apparently he's just been rocking as Banner,
Yo, he really
and I
stalked
think
them
that
niggas for
made the Hulk
4 years.
mad though. I think that made the Hulk mad because he agreed to be the Smart Hulk, right? He agreed to be that's be Smart Hulk. Okay, I agree with you,
Mm-hmm.
Banner. But then he put the inhibitor on and took away the Hulk completely. So when he was free, he turned into Smart Hulk because of Jean Grey. But when that control went, yeah, the Hulk probably was like, yeah, nigga,
My
I'm at
boy
the door.
compromised, and then Banner played in his face.
And then Banner played them on some shit there, so that's when he came out. But again, him being suppressed for so long, is that the reason why he remembered Peter? Like, was he ever under the spell?
Yeah,
Like
that's
the
why.
Hulk
That's why
himself?
I think there's a lot of different variables at play when it comes to this spell. I also want to say, one more thing that goes back to your X-Men thing and Doomsday and Secret Wars. A lot of these old niggas is dying, bro. Like a lot of these niggas in the Fox universe and whatever other universe they pull in, and the original Avenger guys and anybody who's like over the age of like 30, 40, they're probably dying,
Yeah.
bro. Thor probably kicking the bucket throughout this series.
You think
Who else?
so?
Probably, because
I don't think
they're
Thor
probably
is
gonna
dying.
throw us
Thor's
one.
not. Thor's a fucking god.
They're probably gonna throw us one more Thor movie, or they're gonna kill him off in Doomsday or something like that. Because I think that's gonna be what pushes the Love, the new daughter figure that he has.
Yeah,
Because you gotta think about it, she's like 8 years old or something like that when you see her in the movie. We're like 5 years later. She's now a teen, if
that'd be
not almost
like,
a young
yeah,
adult. Like so, like with Thor dying is going to be that grief that pushes the character to the new level.
gonna be that. It's always the grief and pain as the catalyst. Niggas
Yeah,
gotta go crazy,
so
bro.
one of those is probably gonna happen. He's either gonna die in one of these Doom Days or Secret Wars, and she'll be there to see it, and or he gets another movie and he kicks the bucket in that one, like, and it becomes her movie.
I really think, all right, that's I don't know if I'm cool with Thor dying. But that'd be interesting to
Come on,
see.
man.
But
These
I'm gonna
old
say,
heads are
I
either
think
dying or retiring, one or the other.
I'm about to say, okay, so I'm gonna say that he gets one more movie, and in that movie he ends up as like the king of Asgard. And now he takes over as Odin's place, and he sits there like he doesn't come to try to save Earth anymore.
Unless it's
I believe he
drastic.
was. I don't think he's gonna die,
Like, think
but
about
I
it.
do think
We
he
might keep
does have
Cap.
some type of.
We might keep Cap, Anthony Mackie. That'd be it. Like Bucky, because he's in the Thunderbolts and shit. But there's gonna be niggas who we like that are like the originals in the first 10 years of Marvel. That gotta go. Like they just gotta
I
go.
mean,
We
when you
ain't
think
gonna
about
move
it,
on with
though,
everybody. Like,
they peeled off a lot of people, bro. The scars, what you call it? The Scarlet Witch. No, I'm sorry. Black Widow,
Infinity War and Endgame, yeah, and more of that is gonna happen because it's gonna be really hard to get us to get captivated in the new characters when the ones we love are still around.
true. That's true. That's true. I agree with that. I agree with that
Like
because
you put out a
that's hard for me
Shang-Chi
to sometimes
movie,
like new characters.
you put out a Shang-Chi movie, and people were like, "Yo, that was so good." When's that next Thor movie coming out?
Shang-Chi different, bro. Shang-Chi is fine as fuck. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, but
Love that
like
movie.
people aren't sitting here like fighting for the
But you're
Shang-Chi
right though.
movie.
I know what you're saying though. Like they can't like when the originals had they shine. I ain't gonna front. There wasn't no other movies. They had they shine. Boom.
It's like
Thor
my Goku
stopped
argument. You got to remove Goku out of the spotlight for everything to be successful in Dragon Ball. Like
for
it's too
everything that
stale.
comes. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's
Yeah,
too
yeah. They
stale.
can't. They cannot. Yeah, yeah. It's not like Shang-Chi could have dropped the same month as Spider-Man and it went crazy. Like so, I know what you mean. You know what I'm saying? I know
Like
what you mean.
let me
You know what I
think.
mean?
Who's kind? Is there anybody kind of similar, strong that we like should be paying attention for? Because like Spider Man's an OG, but I think Spider Man's gonna make it to the new universe for a little bit. For a little bit. Like there might be some people who make it for a little bit.
I mean, well, they definitely are going to be continuing the Wakanda. They just chose the new Black Panther, so they definitely going to be choosing continuing that story. I don't know if Shuri or Namor is going to survive in
I think
Doom,
Shuri
but
will, because I think they need a genius outside of Peter.
yeah, that would be nice if
But they
Shuri does.
also have Riri Williams
I see
also if
Namor
they
dying.
decide to pull Riri Williams back.
I can see Namor dying.
I'm not gonna go through the list of who I can and can't see dying. Like Thor is just a name I happen to throw out, but like I just know there's gonna be a lot of death, bro. Like there's gonna be a good amount of death. Like
I mean, yeah, they that's I think that's definitely a
this
given.
big
Like
event,
that's a given.
this big event needs some
Yeah,
casualties, bro. Like
yeah. It would be crazy if one person died. Like if I mean if only one person died. Like that'd be like what? Like would like everybody survive? Like that's
Peter
yeah,
gets
that'd be
slapped
that's
out
too
the
much.
fucking sky, and it's like, oh man, you killed
Like you
Peter.
feel me? Like damn, that's the one fucking death he got. Like
That's
that's
who you
crazy.
chose, you piece of
It's
shit.
like wow, you kept motherfucking Black Widow's father, and you chose and you killed Peter like that. Yeah, so I don't see that happening. Um, I don't see that happening.
Yo, they better keep my boy Red Guardian around, bro. But he probably will be
Yeah,
next. He
that'd be
probably, if
great.
they plan on keeping Yelena around, he'll probably be one of the next ones to die because she's gonna have to get to a level that she's not at.
I mean, I think she's going to be at the level where she is going to be kept around, but she's going to train Avengers.
I think we're
I
gonna.
think they're bringing Cap back for that reason too,
I think
to
you hear
train
groups
Avengers.
and people in certain groups right now, but I will not act like that's not liable to change. Like you might have Bucky and Yelena in the Thunderbolts right now, but they might become actual Avengers with Anthony Mackie by the end of Secret Wars, and that might be part
Yeah,
of your new cast that you're rolling with. So, and vice versa, you might see people who you don't think fit the Avengers that Anthony Mackie brings with him, who are like, yo, you know what? I kind of fit with these dudes over here. I'm gonna go with these dudes over here and be with Thunderbolts and shit. Like, so I feel like
I
that's where we might
am.
be at.
Um, I I'm not surprised that Spider-Man is not in Doomsday, but I do want to know, and I always want to know this about certain characters. I do want to know what he will be doing off camera, like when we're
I
not seeing him.
knew you were gonna ask this. This nosy ass nigga who can't let my nigga kick his feet up and live his life. Yo, always want what's Spider Man doing when everybody else is
Nah,
fighting? Why is Spider Man not running to the scene?
he's not gonna be able to live his life if Doom is on the fucking planet and incursions are happening.
I hope you keep a list of every fucking hero that don't show up. If Paul Rudd ain't there, you better be like, oh man, where was Paul Rudd during all this? Why
Well, that's
wasn't he
Ant Man.
there? Yeah,
That's Ant Man.
yeah.
He's confirmed to be.
Why was it Owatu the Watcher coming down and helping them fight Doom? Oh,
well, he only watches. He doesn't fight. So he only
oh
watches.
no, I've seen Owatu fight. Like, what do you mean?
Oh, matter of fact, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, because he gets busy.
He got a whole Infinity Stone gang and shit now.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, they get busy. I forgot they do get busy. Yeah, I'm my bad.
But see, I would like if they implement things like that, like random polls, bro. Like, oh man, we somehow got Storm from Owatu's gang. Like, how the fuck did that happen?
Yo, who I don't want to see, I do not want to see Captain Carter. They better not give me Captain Carter in any version on this shit. I don't want to see Captain Carter.
Yeah, you can keep Captain Carter. I already saw her get sliced up. I already seen her get cut in half once. I don't need to see her get waxed again. Yeah. Cause I guarantee you, that's another motherfucker Doom is whacking off the planet, bro. That is definitely a death on the screen, bro. Like Captain Carter getting slain again. Keep it. Don't even add her. Don't even do her dirty like that, man. She was too cool of a character through What If for y'all to start making her look lame in all the live action shit. Like,
yeah, she ain't rocking with Doom. Get out of here.
All right, let me think, because we've done a lot of talk. Cause I feel like this movie invokes so much of what's to come, and it's such a good Spider-Man story without doing anything really too crazy. That like,
did you want to see Man Spider? Like, did you want to see him turn with the arms and everything?
No,
did you want to see that?
I actually didn't. I thought that was going to be odd there's not enough story. 2 hours and whatever is not enough to tell like a whole good story that, including what they told us, you weren't telling. It would have to be a whole different story. Right? Yeah, it would be a whole different movie, bro. Like you might as well make it like a slash horror type thing, thriller almost. You gotta have somebody in there who's probably after him because like him just dealing with the spider and nobody's like hunting him, like Craven or something like that. Pointless.
That would have been nice.
He just like, what's he doing as a spider if he don't got somebody after him? Like he's just out here like
that would have been nice. That would have been nice.
Is he a big spider dude and he just runs around saving people, but then like the people he saves are freaked the fuck out?
Well, I think they were just calling them. Well, he was seeing himself as a monster. A lot of people were saying he's a monster, blah blah blah, like throughout the movie. So. He's just monstrous. Man, Spider's just monstrous and stuff.
I just didn't think it worked. I just didn't think it worked.
But no, you know what? After seeing the movie and everything, yeah, they would. I agree. It would have to be a whole different movie. Like, what would Jean Grey?
I think they
take over that monster and film.
I think the extent they took it was perfectly fine. Yeah, it just doesn't work in live action because I just don't feel like that's a one-parter. You don't tell that in one story, I feel like.
Right.
I do like that the spider mode takes over too. Because it's almost
like the what?
I like that the spider takes over at times when his back's against the wall because it's very much his own organic body doing what the technology was doing for him. That's Larry Kill Mode from the Iron Spider suit.
He reminded me of not the Viltrumites, of Superman movie when they first got on Earth and the senses was too much for them. Every time and shit like that, all his senses was heightened and stuff like that. That was cool to see, like how everything basically he once trained through kind of came back, like the drips and everything. Like he couldn't even control like not hearing that, not seeing that.
My boy woke up outside.
Yeah, it was yeah. I was wild. Like everything was wild.
My boy had the confetti arm. He was like, ah.
That shit is so nasty, just shooting out of him.
Why would you push it out your arm like that? I don't know, but whatever.
It was weird, and then it made that noise. I was like, that was squishy noise.
Then he almost threw up in his costume.
Yo, that's nasty.
No, them showing it like 3 or 4 times, the in the face mask perspective was fire.
It's pretty cool. Yeah,
that was so cool to see, bro. Like,
and then they had that multiple times throughout the movie. And that was a pretty cool perspective. Yeah. I like that. And visually, that was cool to see. They said they shot a scene, which I thought would have been cool to see. They shot a scene and they cut it out Claire was the reason. Yeah, Claire was the reason that why the man. And I thought that would have been cool to see.
I
Honestly, I think that
kind
would have
of,
been nice.
I kind of figured it when he got in the hospital because I was like, he just walked in the hospital with
Right?
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Nah. It was Claire who helped them out, and I was wondering like, why did they cut that real quick? 'Cause that would have been actually nice to see.
Yeah, because I was sitting there, I was like, how else would they get in this hospital? I was like, maybe Claire, I guess. So I think that was that's, it stinks that it wasn't there, but like, what was it going to be? Like a 30-second to a minute scene?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I don't know.
low
Yeah. Right. Yeah. A
cameo. They
little
would have
something.
had to pay her mad money for that too. Like, it's all right. We good.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have did it as
But
like a
shout out to
post
them.
credit or something like that. Like a second post
Right.
credit scene.
Yeah. That'd have been
But
maybe
what,
maybe
but
him
then
talking
you
to
would have
her
had
mom.
two almost pointless post credit scenes. So
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to them taking some artwork from the comic Frank
and
holding
reenacting it,
Spider-Man.
yeah.
That was pretty
They did
cool.
like four
Spider-Man
covers.
holding
No, they did like four
yeah,
covers,
Spider-Man
bro.
holding Stringer. Pretty dope. Yeah, yeah, they did a few. Yeah, shout out to
Mm-hmm.
them. That was pretty cool. I like that. I like that. Again, visually, movie is stunning. You know what I mean?
Story's really solid.
Perspectives, like story is fun. Story is solid. Yeah, again, it took me by surprise. Like again, because I had no idea what this movie was about. No previews, no. I didn't read up too much on it, nothing like that. You know what I mean? So I just and I'm like that with Spider-Man movies. If I'm being honest, I usually wait until they drop and then like let me see. Except for like No Way Home because that was like the big one, three Spider-Man. So you know what I mean? It was like everywhere. But the other ones, the other three, yeah, I actually didn't watch no previews. I just went to go. I just saw it when I saw it. Pretty good movie, solid movies. And this one falls in the same. This is actually my favorite Spider-Man movie
This is
featuring
my
Tom
favorite of the
Holland.
Tom Hollands for sure. For sure.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna
No
ask
Way
you yours.
Home. No Way Home for me, I look at it like this. There's two moments in Marvel that like happens and the movie becomes like God level. When Andrew appears and when Toby appears in No Way Home, the reactions, like that's a once in a lifetime. Like you're in that theater and everybody reacts. That never happens again for those people. Like think about
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Never happens again. When
Yeah.
you're in Endgame,
Oh
hand
yeah.
goes up and catches Mjolnir, and it's
Yep.
not Thor, it's Cap. Those people in that theater, you never get that reaction again.
Yep.
So
I
those
agree.
movies are
Because I went
God
crazy.
tier. So those movies are like
Yeah.
God tier because of that. I can rewatch this and it's just as good every fucking time. There is no moment in this movie that loses its luster because it's not a shock and awe. It's just actually good storytelling and solid action. Like the fight after the yoga pose. Bro, he was whooping
The
ass.
fight
He
after
was
the yoga pose.
flying. Yeah, when he was doing the stretches and all that. And he was like, oh, so it's going to be like
Oh
this?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Bro,
yeah. That was
he
dope.
was getting busy. He like webbed toward a dude and then like kicked him and then like kicked
Kicked
him
him.
into
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
fence and then webbed him to the fence. Like all this stuff is Insomniac, bro. Like, like it was just too good. But small little things could like there's always imperfections in movies. Like they shouldn't be perfect. Like totally perfect. But how you gonna complain about this, bro? Like God, nobody should be complaining
Yeah.
about this movie.
I feel like I could watch this a few times. It's funny you said No Way Home and Endgame are like God tier. I feel like those moments makes them God tier too. Like I agree with you. There's moments in these movies that makes them God tier. It doesn't necessarily be the whole movie. It be
And
these
these are really good
moments.
movies
Um,
outside of that too. Like not to say they're
yeah,
not
they're
really
really
good
good movies.
movies.
Yeah, yeah, they're really good movies. But those moments, I know what you mean, does make them just edges them above the rest. No matter how good the rest are, it's just those moments that's you know what I
Like
mean,
if it
just
wasn't for
tops them.
Aunt May
But
dying, No Way Home is easily not a better movie than a better story than a Brand New Day. If like Aunt May dying keeps that story close.
yeah, and that it makes it very
If you
it brings
remove
it
Aunt
brings you
May
through the
dying,
emotions.
yeah, if you remove Aunt May dying, Brand New Day clears No Way Home in story.
And but you know what? That's cool that because these Spider-Man movies have a way of bringing you through all the emotions. Nigga, you be happy, you be laughing, you be feeling like connected, sad, you know what I'm saying, real quick, like damn, like feeling empathy, like it brings you through all the emotions, like every one of them. And they do that very well too. that very well. They did this in Brand New Day.
Had me
They
crying.
definitely did it in Brand New Day. Brand New Day was crazy because right after the web bomb went off, ha ha ha, we laughing, and all of a sudden turn around, the black guy talking to him, and shit just gets serious. The next thing you know, the guy died, and now she's running, going towards MJ, and she's getting crazy. Like it's just getting crazy.
Yo, the intense
And
moments
like,
felt intense, right? Like,
yeah, it was like, but they like the way the emotions like just would switch up. It would be like, but it was good though. It was good. Like it made like you soak it up quick. You move along with it. It was a good pace. Like you know what I mean. Like, it was a good
you
movie.
can tell the
Good
people who
movie.
are
Good movie.
behind this care about Spider-Man. Like, they care about like the character. They care about getting it right. Like, they have not really
I
got.
think a big part of it is
They
what you
have
said.
not
Tom
got
Holland being
Spider-Man
a part of the
wrong at
direction.
all. Like, I can't think of anywhere where they've gotten Spider-Man wrong in the 12 years that they've been doing Spider-Man movies.
I think it's like you said, like it's Spider Man being a part of the directive, creative direction, and you know what I mean. I think him himself like just adds so much finesse to it. Like you know what I'm trying to say. Like we agreed, he's the best Spider Man, and this like you know there's always been like a big thing where like Tobey Maguire is a good Spider Man, Andrew Garfield is a good Peter Parker, or maybe it's the other way around. I'm not sure how the
I
public
think
see it,
Toby's a
but
solid Peter, really solid Peter.
yeah,
Um,
and
good
Andrew is the
Spider-Man. I think Andrew's a really good Spider-Man and an
yeah
above average Peter. And I just think Tom's
yeah
just does really good at both of them. Like,
Thomas, and I think that's what this was right here, him solidifying like okay, you know, like you know, not no beef with y'all, but yeah, nah,
I'm
I'm the best at
Spider-Man.
both. Like yeah, and I'm Peter, bitch. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm both.
Like it's good. Like I'm chilling. I'm good right now.
Do your
But
eyes get
but
dark
like
when
this,
you go into spider mode, Toby? And he's like,
like word,
spider
nigga.
mode. It was
Like
spider
this,
mode.
nigga.
You
How
got
high does your senses get, nigga? Nigga, you high like
yeah.
mine?
Yeah.
Like
I'm on
shit.
another echelon, bro. He think he
Cause I
Gojo.
feel like he'll in
He
that
the
mode, he'll
Gojo.
probably fuck both of them up.
He the Gojo of the Spider-Mans. The honored one.
In that mode, he'll probably fuck both of them up at the
He,
same time. Like he'll
dog.
probably go crazy.
Rating time, because I don't think we
Anything else
got
to
much
say
else
about
to
this
say.
rating?
Yeah,
About
it's
this movie
rating
though?
time. I don't think we got much else to say.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we
So
just
let me
jab. We
go
gonna
first,
see how
because
much you like the movie, man.
let me go first. Part of my rating is kind of based on Sonic, because I was looking at my list and I was gonna go slightly lower, and then I was like, "There's no way I'm rating this movie lower than Sonic the Hedgehog 3."
There's no way this is whack in this any of the Sonic movies. This is way better than all of them. So, but shout out to Sonic though. Good movie.
Because I was realistically gonna give this like a 7.8, 7.9. And then I seen Sonic the Hedgehog 3 sitting at an 8, and I was like, and I know my scale. I was like, okay, for a movie in that realm of like video games, it was an 8. Yeah, yeah. But there ain't no way Spider-Man Brand New Day was worse than an 8 than a Sonic the Hedgehog 3. So it's 8 now. So it's 8. Sonic might get knocked down to a 7.9 realistically, just because of that though. But for now they're both 8s. I'm gonna give it the 8. Actually, no. We're gonna give it 8.2. Sonic can stay. We're gonna give it the 8.2 and call it a wrap. I don't even need to describe why it's there. If you've seen the movie like you
Yeah,
should have, as like somebody who's joining the discussion, you know why it's an 8.2. Maybe you got it higher, maybe you got it lower, but you know why I'm saying this.
that's fact. Okay, 8.2 sync. I'm not gonna go too much higher. Usually I'm like couple notches higher than you, but yeah, you know, I think like the last episode, I'm gonna give this disclaimer though. So I'm gonna give this a 8.4.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? 8.4, very solid movie. We already said why we liked it. If you've seen it, you know why. You agree, I'm pretty sure. If you didn't see it, see the shit. You know what I mean? But I'm also gonna say, so it's at an 8.4, but I'm also going to say that I like this better than No Way Home. Whatever I gave No Way Home, if it is higher than an 8.4, then I'm changing I'm changing this
Well,
one, Brand New
thank
Day,
God we
to
weren't doing videos at that time.
we weren't doing videos. No, we didn't do what? We didn't do that.
No, man, that's like
We did,
2000. That's like
bro, man. We
2020, bro. That came out. Like what?
oh shit. Oh, okay, well, okay, bet.
That
So
movie's
you
a
know what?
long
Then,
time ago.
well, listen, man, we non-experts, bro. We did so many episodes, I forget what we did and what we going to do sometimes. Like it's all right, man. We just here though. So yeah, I'm gonna sit this at an 8.4 then. 8.4. Made that 8.4. And yeah, I ain't gotta say why, man. Go see Spider-Man no, Brand New Day. Marvelous movie.
If I'm
Stunning.
not mistaken, um, the guy who directed this also directed Shang-Chi.
I can see that. I mean, I can't say I can see that, but respect because both movies are great. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Both movies are great.
And end of the day, really good movie, really fun ride. It's Spider-Man, bro. Like they didn't get it wrong. I'll tell you that. Like,
Yeah, nah,
and
yeah.
and it's a nice segue into the X-Men, and it does what a good Marvel movie does. It leaves you
Mhm.
theorizing for the next 10 movies what's about to happen. So
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I've been on a high since I seen it, like for the last couple hours, and this I feel like that's how great Marvel movies usually leave me, like just on a high. Like, wow, I can't believe what I just watched, and what I just watched was just fucking great. It's a great movie. So shout out to the writers.
funny
Shout out
moment
to
that I
Marvel.
didn't point out earlier. When he's chasing the tank and Frank pulls up, and then he pulls the gun from Frank, and Frank just pulls up another one. I'm trying to look through my notes real
And
quick before we
actually
wrap
shoots
this
him with
up.
that. He shot him twice in the movie. Come think about it.
Yeah, he shot him twice. Yeah, the first time he didn't get
Yeah,
shot, but I don't know how he avoided that, but then like died to the sniper. But the sniper impact is crazy. So like,
yeah. I'm about to say, man, that sniper shit is crazy. That's a little different.
let's see what's on the suit. Looked great. We didn't even really talk about the suit. The suit looked fucking amazing, bro. Wow.
So was phenomenal. I
Uh,
appreciated how he was just stitching that shit in his crib, 3D laser and that shit and everything. I said, this shit is fine.
okay. Me. So I will bring up real quick MJ's whole when he was at the party and you see MJ and Ned talking, and she's like, something's telling me I'm waiting for something great, but her boyfriend walks in, and that's not the great. That is a weird transition to go from her like knowing something is like missing in her life, and she's waiting for the right person to come in, and then you get when she finds out that Peter made them forget who he was. She's all like, "Well, I don't love you anymore." Like, well, you obviously know something is missing in your life, so you maybe should give it a try. Like, and who told your nosy ass to read the letter? Who? How did you just invite yourself to reading his shit?
Yeah, that was crazy. But I mean, she asked an important question, like, did
Oh, she
you
did.
leave it here for me did you leave it here for me to
No,
find?
he
Because
didn't.
I mean, I don't think he did on purpose, but what I'm gonna say is though he was carrying and holding that letter on tight
It
until
was
that note.
only because no, it was because he got it from Jean Grey. Remember the dude that she was controlling that was driving the car handed it to Peter after she almost fell off the roof.
Hmm. Okay. Okay,
She
yeah, you're
brought
right.
the
And then
because
he went
remember he
to
was like,
MJ.
it's a good note, a little heavy handed but good, like because that's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
he
nah,
had the
you're
note.
right, you're
I
right.
had to think of that too. I was like, why did he have the note on him? And then I was
And
like,
like this nigga
because
just carrying it around and shit, I guess.
Jean brought it. That's why.
Nah, yeah, you're right.
Also,
But word, all right, y'all,
no, I got
man.
one more.
That's
I got
that's
one
that.
more. I got
We
one
got more. What's
more.
up? What's up? What's up?
When they showed up to the Punisher's house, and he's like, "Who the fuck is this?" And she's like, "Who the fuck are you?" My brain instantly goes, "How the fuck you not know who the Punisher is? Do you not watch TV? Like, do you not see the news? That's the
Oh, yo,
Punisher."
that's interesting. Word. Hmm. Did she know that? Everybody know this nigga. That's true. You know, that's a good ass question. That is.
Yeah,
That's a great question.
and if you ain't peeped, MJ also had the same reaction when he busted her window that she had in No Way Home when she met Andrew Garfield. She was like, "I don't know if you're the real Spider-Man."
Yeah. She definitely did. Yeah.
She hit him with the same ass
That's
shit,
funny.
bro.
Do you think we're gonna see that Spider Man again? I guess Peter 3. I don't know.
Yeah, that is Peter 3. Which doesn't even make sense. Peter 1 is not even the OG. But
I feel
whatever.
like,
Because
yeah,
he's
I
that
feel like
nigga! He's
yeah,
that nigga!
I feel like he should be Peter 3, honestly, but yeah, what?
No, he's Peter
Peter 3.
1 because he's the GOAT, bro. Like, so it's all
All
right.
right, but you
And,
think we
and
gonna see Peter
and
3
they
again?
accepted it. And they accepted their little lame ass numbers too. I would love to see Peter 3 again. I don't know if we see him in the MCU. Maybe Sony can pull some strings and get something done. Like, I would love to see this again. I would love to see this again.
Yeah, yeah, I think he did an
And
awesome job with
Marvel,
Spider-Man.
Marvel, give me Venom. Like, give me Venom once,
Huh?
please.
Sony holding on to
And
that.
don't make him a montage if you do it either. Like, make him a villain in the movie. Like,
Sony's holding on to that. You see, the closest thing they did was make all his eyes black.
well, I
Sony's holding
mean,
on to that.
somebody in the universe has the symbiote. Because remember, they jarred it up in that last appearance of the symbiote.
Yeah, but how much is that going to play when all the fucking Earths are incursions and blowing up and shit? And everything starts over.
So what they need to do is they need to bring Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock in, and he needs to come across that guy. And they're like, "Yo, you're Eddie Brock
That would
without a
be
Venom."
cool.
Like he comes
That would
across
that.
that shit and he gets his Venom back. Because if I'm not mistaken, Venom technically like died right in his universe.
Yeah,
Left him alone and then left him to be right. Left him to live his life.
yeah.
So yeah, this is how he gets it
So
back.
that's what
This is how he gets it back, and it would just remember him because it's the hive mind. Like it's the same old shit.
that's true. Yeah, they all got the mind. I mean, I think he's a great Venom. I would like to
Excellent
see a
Venom.
symbiote on just Tom Holland. But I figured like I think with probably one or two more movies left, do I want to see Tom Holland in the symbiote suit? I feel like this arachnid evolution thing is more interesting for me. In my opinion.
I think Venom should be the next villain for the next movie, and then you get some like random person who's like uber strong for the third movie that you necessarily wouldn't expect. It can't be Green Goblin. Maybe they kind of handle it like Toby's third movie, where it's like a dual villain story, where Hobgoblin is like one of the villains, but he's not the main villain.
We are getting a Sandman show, so maybe Sandman plays a part. No, Sandman movie, right? Is that Marvel?
Are we talking about Clayface?
Oh shit. I'm
Are we
sorry.
talking about Clayface? Is that what we're talking about?
Nope, wrong one. Yep, I was talking about Sandman. I thought it was Sandman. It's Clayface. Yep.
All right, I'm about to say
Sorry.
that's DC.
My bad. I honestly thought that was a
You might be
Sandman
right.
movie.
Somebody
My
might
bad.
watch this and chime in on the comments and be like, "No, he's right.
No,
Sandman."
no. You're right. No. You're right.
That Clayface trailer
See,
looked good
Clayface
as
from the
fuck.
first.
That shit looked
It did, but
good.
we're talking about Marvel here, so in my head, when I'm seeing it in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, Clayface. I mean, Sandman. They're coming out with a Sandman movie. But Sandman would be a great villain. I like Sandman as one of his villains,
We already
and we
had him in
haven't
the
got a
Tom
Doc
Holland
Ock
movie.
yet.
Nah, we already had him in the Tom Holland movie, so like we don't need to see him again.
We got a Sandman in somehow?
Sandman's in No Way Home.
Oh yeah, he is. Oh yeah, the old one. Yeah, we did get a Doc Ock. Oh yeah, I forgot all them old ones. Yeah, you're
Yeah, we
right.
don't
You're right.
no reusing what's already
Yeah,
been in
my
the
bad,
movie. So
my
like
bad.
that's why I'm like, give me the Venom, and then give me like
Yeah, nah.
like
Give me like
Insom.
Hobgoblin.
Well, I
I
think
think
they should.
Hobgoblin.
I think they should base this a lot off the Insomniac game. They should pull as much as they can from the Insomniac games. Because if I'm not
Well,
mistaken,
Carnage then. Ain't Carnage in the Insomnia?
I think the second one. But like, come on, man, we got two movies. Stop trying to overload shit, bro. Venom. Keep it simple. Make it work. Venom. Second movie, and then the
They give
third
us
movie.
Venom. If they give us Venom, I want to see Carnage. Fuck that. I always was a fan of Carnage and Venom. I want to see Carnage.
And you're gonna get a
But they
shitty
already got a
movie.
Carnage movie though.
No, but then you would get it
Yeah.
exactly because you want to keep repeating villains. But and then you want to over convolute the movie with two villains. He's got to deal with Venom, and then deal with Carnage all in the same movie and like fit all that in there. You want a 5-hour movie?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't.
so give me Venom. Give me something that you know is gonna hit with the fans. Everybody knows Venom if you know Spider-Man. There's not a soul who doesn't know Venom if you know Spider-Man, and if you don't, fucking go bang your head on a wall. And then give me something cool like and keep it like Insomniac and give me like Mr. Negative as the bad guy at the end or some shit like that for Peter.
Mr. Negative might be good. I mean, he's already fighting.
Because they've removed Wilson Fisk, so
Right, yeah. But I mean, I feel like his last two movies, I wouldn't want to see Peter versus Ghost. I want to see him, like you said, someone uber strong.
Unless Punisher comes back, I could see not Punisher. Unless Kingpin comes back for the third movie, I can see Kingpin being a phenomenal like orchestrating of the Sinister Six type thing.
Okay, I can see that. Can we change him up a little bit? New act. We need a
Don't even need to be
what
new
call that?
versions of the same people. You could just find 6 new villains and make them the Sinister Six for this universe.
I'm about to say, yeah, I can see Tombstone actually being a part of that, break him out of jail, being a part of that. That'd be fire. Like all that shit, that'd be dope.
Because they got to keep it somewhat realistic. Because you got to remember, they try to keep some air of like reality to this comic book world. So like, we can't just be pulling any and everybody out. Like, yeah, we can, but like, we've seen Scorpion, so
Right.
they're probably not pulling him out to be in a movie again. Like,
I mean, well, we got this guy back, Falcon, not Falcon, Vulture.
no,
So we'll
no,
see.
we didn't.
Yeah. Did he come back at the end of fucking? Yes, he did. He came. He got
No,
snapped, and then he snapped back in.
this this nigga, he's not an expert in the fucking anger into me right now. Vulture got sent to fucking Morbius's universe and has been there ever since.
Oh, that's what he got sent to.
Yeah.
I thought they was honestly. I thought it was all in the same universe when he got snapped back. I thought it was that.
He's in Morbius's universe because Morbius is that's like
What
the post
fucking more?
that's like
What
the
fucking
post
universe is
credit scene,
Morbius in?
the Venom verse, the villain verse with Madam Web and all that shit.
Mm, okay, see,
Because that was the post credit scene for fucking Morbius. Is that he met Adrian Toomes and he was like something about Spider Man or some shit like that.
yeah, I see that, but I thought that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, I feel like because he mentioned Spider Man, I thought they were talking about Tom Holland Spider Man.
That nigga was like, Spider Man? There is no Spider Man in this universe, bro. What are you talking about? There's a Venom in San Francisco.
Well,
But
shit,
yeah,
that's
that
okay.
is
Well,
Spider
that'll
Man
be
Brand New
interesting.
Day, though.
Word, word. Comment, like, share, all that beautiful shit. You already know we
Tell
want to
us
hear
what
from
you
you. What
think,
did you
what you
think about
like.
Spider Man Brand New Day?
Who's
What
the
did you think
best?
about
And don't say Toby or Andrew because you're wrong.
it?
Oh, and the spider tracker at the end. Imagine if that shit is Miles Morales from Into the Spider Verse, and he does like some Space Jam shit where he goes from being animated to live action.
Oh, that'd be dope if he comes from like the lot. That'd be fire. I didn't think about that. I thought about it being Miles Morales, but not him like becoming like a real person. I just thought about like it being Miles Morales. So that's pretty dope. Maybe it's that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. I
He
like
jumps
that.
through a
I mean, the
portal
Spider
and he's
Tracker
in the
wasn't
real
in space
world.
for a reason, right?
Yeah, he jumps through a portal and he's in the real world, jumping through the multiverse. If he's jumping through
Or
the
it could
Spider
be,
Verse, guess what's part of the Spider Verse? Any universe with a
or it could
Spider
be,
Man.
or it could be Tobey Maguire's Spider Man.
That is very
Incursion
likely. Yeah, that
happening.
is very likely.
Another Earth coming into play.
Because
P
they're
three,
gonna
P
feed,
one,
they're
P
gonna
two.
pay this off in Doomsday or Secret Wars most likely. So
But we'll see what happens, folks. Y'all comment, y'all tell us what you think. We already know what we think. We're your non-experts. It's the non-expert opinion podcast. Chime in, like, support. It's free. Love. Peace.